I am Ben Maurer again from Lebanon, PA, and this is my 2016 Ford F-250 Lariat. It is a one-of-one truck that I built in my driveway that took 1 year and 8 months. It started with an accident in the donor for the drivetrain. I had a person turn in front of me at the last minute, and the truck rolled on its passenger side and slid for 100 yards. While I was waiting to talk to the cop on the side of the road after climbing out of the back window, this was already in my head. I walked away without a scratch. I knew what I wanted to do. The wrecked truck got towed right to my house. The saga that is this truck is what has come out of it. It is a 2016 body and frame with a 2000 forged rod 7.3 Power Stroke and a ZF6 manual. Ford stopped making manual transmissions in the Super Duty platform in 2010, and I couldn't buy what I wanted, so I decided to build one. While I was in the process of building it, the band Disturbed had a song out called The Vengeful One. I really liked the song. It kind of fit what I was going with this truck. Also this truck had to avenge the death of the other one. So the truck got named The Vengeful One. There's a lot of work done to it, and the full idea behind it was hood shut, engine off. You cannot tell what I did. I built this to be as if I thought Ford would have done it. I used as much original Ford parts from different year Super Duties to get everything to work. I'm fortunate enough to be on a very good friendly basis with the parts counter guy at my local Ford dealer. To say that we hunted many needles in haystacks would be an understatement to make this all work, but the dash and the interior is from a 2007 Lariat. That was what worked with the instrument cluster from the 2000 donor truck. I had to swap the entire center section of the floor because the manual transmission hump is actually about 4 to 5 inches taller than what the automatic is. There's sound deadening underneath the carpet to eliminate as much cab noise as possible because it's a 7.3, it rattles. All of the striping, lettering, everything is hand painted by a friend of mine named Dwayne Yeakel. He actually has a 2018 Mustang GT, and I met him through going to shows. This is kind of the concept we came up with as far as paint wise. The license plate itself is an actual PA tag. He just went over the dark blue lettering with the grabber blue paint. I haven't had any issues with it, so.
Love you, Pennsylvania DOT.
I've taken it down to Ocean City, Maryland for cruise weekend 2 years back to back, and I'm going to take something down there again. Last year, 2023, Kev Dog from Bitchin' Rides signed the dash, and then this past April at the American Muscle Show at Maple Grove Raceway in Reading, Chip Foose actually walked around the truck with me and signed the dash. And then here at Carlisle Ford Nationals just last week, Steve Saleen actually signed it and was completely ecstatic as soon as I told him that it had a manual in it. This is a labor of love, and it will never be anyone else's truck. It's going to stay in the family.
You told me people have asked you what it would cost to buy it from you.
And my response was 6 figures. There's so much sentimental value in this truck. The back window that I crawled out of is in this truck. 2 months after I finished putting it together, my wife and I left our wedding in it.
They told you, well, you could just build another one. But the process that you wrecked this before you built it, so let's hope you never build another one.
Exactly. And I wanted a one-of-one truck that if I did sell it and build another one, there's two then. It takes away the mission of what I was after.
You want it to look like a normal truck.
Yes.
Let's close it up and see if people agree. And you just had it at Carlisle Truck Nationals last weekend.
Carlisle Ford Nationals.
Ford Nationals, sorry. And how did you come out?
I placed third in the two-wheel drive modified class. Ironically, it sits with that much of a rake. There's 2.5 inches of lift in the front, and it still sits like that. I love the old look, the old drag car look, and that's kind of what I was after with it. And it's actually two-wheel drive.
Well, there you have it, folks. If you can't buy it, build it yourself.
Darn right.